What's the biggest promise you made that actually broke you? I promised my dad I'd take over his auto shop when he got sick, but I wasn't ready for what that promise would cost me. Dad's shop wasn't much, just 3 bays with oil-stained floors and a faded red sign out front that said John's, N, and Son. The O had fallen off years ago, and we never bothered fixing it. That place was his whole world. Mine too, in a way. I grew up in it, grew with it. The night he came home from the hospital with the diagnosis, stage 4 pancreatic, he didn't flinch, didn't cry. At dinner, between bites of overcooked spaghetti, he just looked me dead in the eye and said, "Shop's yours now, son." I shook his hand right there. Promised I wouldn't let him down. What he didn't know was that hidden in the back of my dresser drawer was an unopened envelope from my dream engineering school. Full scholarship, 4 years, away out of our rusting little town. I never even showed it to him. 1 week later, Dad collapsed in the driveway. Monday, he was under a Chevy. Thursday, he couldn't walk to the bathroom alone. Suddenly, the shop was mine, opening at 5 a.m., closing near midnight. Watching YouTube repair videos till my eyes bled. I tried. God, I tried. But things unraveled fast. One day, I mixed up brake lines on Mrs. Wilson's Buick. She called screaming, said she nearly crashed into a school bus with her grandkids inside. My hands shook for 3 days. Then Mr. Rivera, Dad's oldest customer, 30 years loyal, came to get his truck. "This ain't right," he said, looking at me like I was gum on his boot. "Your father would be ashamed." He never came back. Every hospital visit, I'd lie to Dad's face. "Shop's doing great," I'd say, while hiding my cracked, oil-stained hands behind my back. He'd smile, proud, and it crushed me more than the truth ever could, because I knew one more screw-up and someone could die. One night around 2 a.m., half drunk, alone in the shop, I knocked over Dad's old filing cabinet. Something clunked behind it, a hidden leather ledger. I opened it and felt my stomach turn. He wasn't just running a business, he was carrying the town. Pay after harvest. For the farmers, take your time. For the widow still paying off her husband's funeral. No charge, Merry Christmas. For the single mom with 3 kids. I sat on the floor and sobbed until I puked into the shop sink. Next morning, the bank called. 3 months behind on payments. I sold everything. My car, my laptop, even Dad's fishing gear. The only time he ever stopped moving. It still wasn't enough. Customers stopped coming. Word gets around when you nearly kill someone. I started telling people we were booked solid just so I wouldn't have to touch another engine. Even the plant in the waiting room died. Even the stray cat stopped showing up. Yesterday, Dad's old friend Mike showed up unannounced. Watched silently as I fumbled with a timing belt, my hands bleeding from a slipped wrench. He finally said, "Your dad never wanted you to take over this place." I almost hit him. Instead, I threw a socket wrench across the room, shattered a window. He didn't flinch. Then he reached into his coat and pulled out an envelope. He wrote this the day after he got diagnosed, made me promise to wait. Inside was a letter, Dad's handwriting, shaky but clear. "My son thinks he has to save my dream. He doesn't. The shop was never meant to be his prison. Tell him to build rockets, bridges, whatever makes him wake up excited. And make sure he knows I'm prouder of him than anything I ever built or fixed." I dropped to my knees on that grimy shop floor, surrounded by oil, broken tools, and a promise I never should have made. This morning, I wheeled Dad out to the parking lot, told him everything, the scholarship I turned down, the customers I lost, the nights I spent hating myself for failing him. He looked at the old red sign, then at me. "You know what breaks my heart?" he said. "Not that you're bad at fixing cars, it's that you've been killing yourself trying." He pointed up. "See that? It says Johnson and Son, not just Johnson. I built this place to give us options, not chains. Tomorrow, I'm calling the college back, and tonight, Dad's teaching me one last repair.